When the bottle is this beautiful, it has to be great bourbon, right?
I'm a complete beginner looking to improve my palate and learn more about bourbon. So come along with me.
All right, I'm going to jump straight to the bourbon that I'm going to be drinking this week in my palate improvement, and that's going to be Willet Pot Still. And this has to be probably the most beautiful bourbon bottle out there. I mean, it's just look at it. It's just beautiful. So when you see this in the stores, you think, oh God, that just has to be great bourbon. I mean, that has to be fantastic bourbon, and it's not that expensive. It's about $45. And it's I think 94 proof, and we're gonna try it out. But I've seen a lot of bourbon bottles that are really pretty bottles. Let's take a look at a couple of them. So, what makes a beautiful bourbon bottle? Well, 1792. I think that's a very pretty bottle. I mean, it's a good bourbon. It's not very expensive at all. Um, Larceny. Of course, this is the 175, and it's a big giant jug, but the 750 is pretty much shaped the same and has a real nice shape. It makes a nice bottle. It looks really good on the shelf. 750 is like, 25 bucks, something like that. Oh, Elijah Craig. That's a beautiful bottle. That's a very handsome bottle. And a very good bourbon. I think very old Barton. 12 bucks. It's a nicely shaped bottle. Now, who doesn't like the Wild Turkey 101? Look at that. I mean, just look at that. With the turkey emblem on it and the kind of the flare at the bottom. That's a nice looking bottle. Now, this J.W. Dant. It's the plastic, so I can't really speak to that one, but it's pretty good bourbon. So I gotta admit, I did buy this basically because of the bottle. I mean, it's Willet, it's supposed to be good. We'll see, but it has a beautiful bottle. And I have seen bottles in the store that look like footballs, that look like baseballs, that look like they have screaming eagles on top of them. I mean, there's a bunch of different bottles. And don't get caught up in the shape or the style of the bottle and think that makes good bourbon. Do some research, talk to some people to find out, what's a good bourbon and what's a good value. So don't get caught up in the hype of a pretty bottle. Even if it has a vampire bat on top of it. Just don't. All right, so let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see if the bourbon inside matches the bottle. All right, for my palate improvement project for the last week, I've been drinking J.W. Dant. It's 100 proof. It's a bottle and bond, and it's a Heaven Hill product. And let's go ahead and give it a tasting again to see if my impressions of it have changed. It's got some sweetness. Maybe a bit of orange peel taste. Let's try it over ice. But I'm trying to get a taste for the different notes, and it's really coming hard for me. But just trying to sort of guess at what I'm tasting. It still has a really good mouthfeel, though. I will say that. and it's a good sipper. For the price too. I think it was $20 for the 175. So I'd say it's as good or better a inexpensive bottle and bond than the uh, Evan Williams bottle and bond. I think my friend David from uh, My Whiskey Den. Yeah, I watched his video, and that was his impression of it too. And I think he's onto something. All right, so we are going to go ahead and break open this beautiful bottle. It's almost too beautiful to break open. So it's got this wooden cap and this big long seal on it. It just says, "You like the expensivest things." Oh, did you hear that? That's the sound of money. Okay. Of course, we're going to try to peel this thing back. So I don't get that in the bourbon. You know what? I'm just kind of afraid I'm going to break this thing. Either that or it's going to come gurgling out. But it is a beautiful bottle. It's got a little imprint in there in the bottom and gold lettering and a long neck and the wooden cork and it's just fancy. It's just a fancy bottle. So let's see if it how it smells and how it tastes. It has kind of a floral smell. I've never tried Willet, so this is going to be a new one. Flowers and honey. Floral and honey. And I gotta say, that's really good. At least for me, I really like it. And I know the word smooth is not a good term, and it's kind of out of fashion in the bourbon, but it really is smooth. Yeah, like a floral and honey. So, hey, pretty bottle, pretty juice. At least in this case. Let's try it over ice. Oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this actually. Oh yeah. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'll drink this for the week, and then come back next week and do another tasting and just see if my palate's changed. If I'm tasting anything different in this one. If you'd like to do it with me to develop your palate, come along with me on this journey. That'd be great. Doesn't have to be the bourbon that I pick. You can pick whatever bourbon you have or you want to try out. Just do a tasting of it. What are you tasting? What are you smelling? Drink it over the course of the week. Then come back at the end of the week and taste it again and see if your palate's changed, if you're tasting anything different or smelling anything different, and just it's kind of a journey. So do it with me. Drink responsibly. In the meantime, enjoy.